Hello there. A fresh crackdown on people who illegally swap music over the internet has been announced by Britain's music industry. It's also confirmed that 23 people it sued have now agreed to pay compensation to the industry.
Illegal downloading has been blamed for a slump in the sales of UK singles, which fell 14% last year alone.
The British phonographic industry says research shows downloaders spend 59% less on singles.
Today's announcement is part of a global crackdown which the BPI says has led to a 45% decline in activity on the most popular music sharing network. Well, for more on that, we can speak to Matt Phillips from the BPI. Matt, good evening. Thanks for joining us. Rather heavy-handed approach, isn't it?
No, not at all. I think this is the upshot of a long warning process. We've upped our campaign quite considerably in the last year. We first put a marker down in March 2000 and in 2004 last year, when we said that it was pretty much a final warning to the number of illegal uploaders that are out there in the UK. And then back in October, we announced that we were going to be suing people. I think it's very clear that we were going to take this action, and we've settled a number of the cases.
Yeah, but saying to somebody, if you don't do something I don't like, I'm going to kick you, doesn't exactly make it pleasant. I mean, you are surely targeting your own customers, sometimes teenagers.
It's an interesting point. I mean, personally in the music industry, we define our customers as people that buy our products rather than those that steal it and then invite millions of others to steal it. Our product, as far as we're concerned, is the sales of recorded music. So what we have done for people on the online space is that we've developed a number of legal services. There's now over 1 million tracks to download legally from authorised websites at very reasonable prices. And of course the price of physical CDs has come down consistently in the last 10 years. It's now 60% sell for under £10. So I think in terms of serving our customers, we've done quite well. This is all about deterring people that steal from us.
Apologies for interrupting you, but one point I have to make, which you raised, you say legal sites selling at very reasonable prices.
That's right.
Yet there are often complaints that users in this country pay more for exactly the same product than their equivalents in France or Germany.
I would dispute that. I mean, certainly in the case of CDs all across Europe are very cheap.
I'm talking about downloading at the moment, but predominantly.
Sorry, but
talking about downloading from legal sites.
Well, you know, prices do vary, but it's not us that set the prices. It's important to note it's retailers that set prices. But even if you're talking about, say, £1 for a download in the UK, that's still extremely good value. I mean, that's half the price of a coffee or a hamburger in London. So I think in terms of value for money, we're serving our customers very well. But really, this isn't about pricing. This is about deterring people from breaking the law on a massive scale by sharing hundreds and sometimes thousands of files illegally online. For our customers, we've put in place very good legal services that they can now use, and this is the next step in us deterring those people that persist in illegally uploading music to the internet.
Sometimes, Matt, you will find something, so I'm told, on the illegal site, such as an obscure old record that you cannot actually buy, and which you can't get either in a shop or on the internet by download or ordering. You find somebody's put some bizarre old track, worth nothing to anybody, somebody desperately wants that can be their only source of getting it.
It's a very good point that you've raised there. I mean, clearly the opportunity is there for us on the internet. If you go back in the last sort of 50 years and you think of every single recording that's ever been made, you're talking about millions and millions of recordings. And to be fair, we've only got 1 million tracks up there for people to download, which of course isn't everything. What we are working to try and do is help particularly our independent members, independent record companies who are underrepresented on these legal services. We're trying as hard as we can to get their music up there. But even if there weren't any tracks, 0 tracks available to legally download from these legitimate websites, it still wouldn't excuse the fact that a lot of people are still persisting in illegally distributing music on a massive scale. It makes it very difficult to encourage these legal services to come into the market if you find that there's 100% piracy. So it's incredible testament to these companies that have sort of made that investment, such as iTunes, such as Napster, such as My Coke Music, all these legal services that have really taken the plunge.
Okay, Matt, we'll have to leave it there. Apologies for interrupting you, but thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.